we are beginning the lesson 52 on the page Yud Tet 19. The line 3 of the text of the Zohar. We are starting a new Mamar. Mamar Mi bara eile de Eliyahu. Mi bara eile, who created these ones, or Mi bara eile, the name Mi created these, from Eliyahu, from the great prophet Eliyahu. He is also called Eliyahu. No, Eli. Normally Eli. El is Aleph. Lamed is the name of Hashem that shines to the Chesed. Or we can say that is in the Chesed, in the Sfera Chesed. This is El. And this is what they say, Eli, but it means my God, they say, Eli. This is the name Eli. But his name was Eliyahu. In general, just a small introduction before we will start with the Zohar text, with the Od. I hope that everyone had read the Tanakh, and he knows that everyone knows who is Eliyahu. Really. Was one of the greatest prophets, and with something special is in him. In his case, is that he was ascended alive. How it's possible is a great wonder, and this is not the place to explain this. The Zohar Ari explains this. The Zohar somewhere else you will study, or if you will have patience, how the Zohar describes what does it mean that he had ascended alive. What is alive? What does it mean that was he descended with his ugly body of the physical body of a human being? This body is all from the Sitra Achra. What does it mean? I will not go in this matter, because otherwise it will be philosophy. This is something that was terrifying for me. How is it possible? And I couldn't sleep many nights, and not only nights. I not that I wanted to know just to know, but I wanted to understand the concept, how it's possible, how it can be possible How can we grasp something like this, that a person can be just taken with a typhoon, a kind of wervelkolom, of wervel, and kind of a typhoon, a wind, and will be taken into the eternity, into the spiritual space, whereas the Elisha, he's how do you go? Who he appointed after him, looked at this and saw this happening. And from that point on, the soul of Eliyahu was appointed to descend to the earth as a soul for different occasions. In many occasions we will see that, in some occasions we will see that Eliyahu appears to Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai, Bar Yochai, to the greatest of all generations. He appears not only to him, but when it is needed to reveal some secret. Also, Eliyahu, his name is always combined with Hanavi, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu the prophet, that he appears always during the procedure of the Brit Milah, of the circumcision. And there is always in the synagogue they place a chair for him. Also, this is a great secret that concealed in and revealed by Zohar. What does it mean? But this is just that you know that Eliyahu, what is in question, this soul of Eliyahu. And now is the Ma'amar Mi bara eile, because the last one was also Mi bara eile, but that was Mi bara eile from the grasping of Yishsut by Rabbi Shimon by Rabbi Elazar, by the son of the Rabbi Shimon. And so he had seen that there is everything is remained as before. So the Nukva remained in the place of the Yishsut in his standard position. And still there is the goal of the rising of man is not achieved. The Nukva receives now 100 blessings, but still not the Or Chaya, not the light of Chokhmah that she needs. Because only rising to the Yirsut means that only Vak the Chokhmah, the Gar of the Chokhmah, 6/10 of the Gar of the Chokhmah are received. Let's say Neshama even of the Gar, but not the Gar Chaya and Yichida of the Chokhmah. Or we can say all of three of them. Neshama, Chaya and Yichida are not received. What? Yeah, this is what Rabbi Elazar exclaimed, that what can you know? What can you investigate? etc. And now, Ma'amar Mibara Eile de Eliyahu, from the Eliyahu, from the mouth of Eliyahu. How it comes, we will learn. 4. What? Yud Aleph. Amar Rabbi Shimon, Elazar, Bni, Pasuk Melech, Veitgale Satima Teraza Ila'a, Dibnei 5, Alma Lo Yadin. Rabbi Shimon, the line 4, Ot Yud Aleph 11, Amar Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon said, Elazar, Bni, Elazar, my son, Pasok Melecha, literally, stop your words. So stop talking, but stop your words. Milah is word. It is interesting also the connection with Milah and Milah. Milah word and Milah circumcision. But just see it like combined things that you with Gale Satima de Razaila and let reveal the hidden, the concealment of the high secret, Bibnei Alma 5 Lo Yadin, which humans don't know about it. 5 after the first point. Shatik Rabbi Elazar point. Rabbi Elazar stopped, literally Shatik became silent. Point. Bacha Rabbi Shimon Vekayim Rega Chada. Here, before the last point in the line 5, there is a scan and fault in scanning. In place of the resh, must you change it in dalet. Chada, and not chara. Bacha, 5 after the second point. Bacha Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon wept. Vekayim rega chada. And stood for a moment. Stood still for a moment. Literally stood for the moment. Point. Amar Rabbi Shimon. 6. Elazar. Mai Eile. Rabbi Shimon. Amar Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon said. 6. Elazar. Mai Eile. Who are these? And Eile, you know what is Eile, this zone. At point. And probably he had pointed with his finger to the sky, just to the natural sky, but he had meant the spiritual sky. But he pointed to the sky, and he said, "Who are these ones?" And Eile, we know that this is the Yerampin and Nukwa. And Nukwa belongs to the sky, to the heaven. Yes, always Nukwa belongs to the heaven. Even so, when we are speaking about the correction, then we put them sometimes separate, but normally they are connected to each other. It is in our perception can be different. That when we do the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, then we feel that she is connected to him, because the same we feel it then within us, and this is the sign that the same is in the spirituality. Then not that when I don't feel the when I don't do the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it doesn't mean that they separate themselves. Only in my perception, they are separated then. But in reality, they stay together, always. Point 6, after the first point. Iteima ke kochavi umazle ha itchazan taman tadir. Point. If you say, he speaks still to Rabbi Elazar, if you would say, or if you say that they are the stars, Mazle, stars. No, the Kochave is stars, Kochavia is stars, Umazle, and science, can I say signs of the zodiac? It hasn't amounted here. They are always there in the sky. Point. What does he wants to say? So if in the Torah, in the Tanakh is written mi bara eile, who had created these ones, that it must be concealed for who had said this, because otherwise he would not say the Torah would not say mi bara eile, who had created these ones, because it would be obvious, as Rabbi Shimon said. You look at the sky; they are always there. The stars and the signs of the zodiac. And also this he speaks about the spiritual stars and signs of the zodiac. From that we get also there are also the physical bodies that are stars and signs of the zodiac. We will say that they are always there, so they are not concealed. So the Torah doesn't speak about these ones. Point. Uvama idbariyu 7. כמו דעתה אומר, בדבר השם שמיים נעשו. Point. ובמה יתבריאו, and they are created by Ma, by the name Ma. And you can always also say, just in a plain translation, that Uvama Bariyu, as a question, and in by what they are created. And you see, you will remember from the last lesson that me, and here also that you have interrogative in an interrogative sense, and in an confirming. So uvama idbariyu, and by what they are created. But you can also confirm in the confirming sin. You can say sentence. You can say, and by Ma they are created. In the name of Ma, by the name of Ma, they are created. Of course, they are created by Ma, because Ma is the Malchut. Malchut that reveals, Malchut that already receives 100 blessings, and to whom she gives these blessings. Not for her, she only can receive to give to others. You remember, Malchut had the Tzimtzum. Upon Malchut was restriction made. So she doesn't receive, she just receives only what is necessary for the lowers. What the law was asking, and the lowers are these Kochavia, these stars, and these signs of the zodiac and souls, all of them. So that's what he says. Uva ma'id bariu, and by the name Ma, they are created, these ones. Kamada Atomer, as in Aramaic and in Hebrew, as it is said, Bidvar Hashem Shamayim Naasu. And this is in Tehillim, in the Psalms. In the Psalms 33 is written, David, the King David says, Bidvar Hashem, by the word of Hashem, were the heavens made. Point 7 after the point. I al milin satimin lo lichtov eile eit deha idgalia ihu. This is what he says. Now look, 7 after the point. I al milin satimin. If that was said about the things that are hidden, concealed, lo lichtov eile, then they would not be written eile. The word eile is obvious. Eile, these ones. Eit dahait galiaihu, because these eile, these ones, suggests that they are, these ones are revealed or seen or visible. So these stars and signs of this zodiac, and just the word eile is also has denomination of these ones. Otherwise it would be those ones, that then it would denominate that they are not visible. This is the oath of the oath Yud Aleph. Hasulam, the right column, the line 16. The reference of oath Yud Aleph. Amar Rabbi Shimon. V'chule. Double point. Amar Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon said, hey, look, I see a thought. Look, Amar Rabbi, the last word is Shimon, and I see that the second letter is Tet and not Mem. So change it into Mem, please. Amar Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon said, double point. 17. Elazar bni Amud מלדבר. ותתגלה סתימת הסוד עתין העליון, שבני העולם אינם יודעים אותו. Point. 16 after the double point. And now, when you hear now the same words, I mean the same translation, it must not be the same for you, because now you hear the Hebrew words that correspond to these words that you beforehand you have heard in Aramaic. There's also that there are different levels. How we will see in the Zohar, we will learn what is Aramaic and what is what expresses the Aramaic and what expresses the Hebrew. That angels doesn't speak, doesn't understand a word in Aramaic, but only Hebrew. And it is also said that the Aramaic is the mirror, how do you go? Mirror reflection. Never the spiegelbeeld. Mirror reflection, or like this, of the reflection of the mirror, or like a reflection of the Hebrew. What does it mean? There are two parts of the air in a partsuf, above the chazeh and under the chazeh. Above the chazeh is light. There is light, chokhmah, but do they need or not? But there is chokhmah. There is light. There is light. Let's say that is received light, high light, direct light. It is panim, it is face, the face side. Under the chazeh is achor, is the back side. No light of chokhmah. And the back side means, I try to explain it very simple. Doesn't matter, but just try to understand that the backside or underside, the lower part of the partsuf, doesn't have light chokhmah, and over there is a place for the klipot that can grasp the light. This is why the corrections, the most corrections take place over there. This is why the matters that concerning the deep corrections are described normally in the Aramaic, in order that it is like midrashic, like allegoric, what I tell, in order that the angels would not complain and would not complain about the creation of a human being, and would not anklach, would not persecute a human being for his faults, for his sins, because they would say, okay, look to Hashem, look what they're doing, your your crown of the creation. Look what they are doing. This is why the second language is used together with the holy language. This is why the Hebrew is called holy language, holy because it is for describing things above the which are above the chazeh, which are the panim, where the light, where the holiness is. And the Aramaic is the language as great Rabbi Yochanan had used to say that it is the language of Ireland, of weeping, of crying, of lamentation. You see, because over there, under the chazah, is the place where there is. This is the place of the kilim de Kabbalah. This is the place where of the creation itself. Whilst the above the chazeh, in the panim, are kilim of the creator, kilim of the giving, kilim de ashpah. Also in the Torah we can find some places where they use these, where we see this phenomenon. We'll go further. Rabbi Elazar said, Rabbi Shimon said, 17, Elazar, Bni, Elazar, my son, Amod miledaber, stop with your words, stop talking, but literally stop with your words. V'titgaleh, and let the high secret be revealed. 18 Shebnei Haolam Einam Yodim Oto, that the humans don't know it. Point. Shatak 18-19. Rabbi Elazar became silent. Point. Bacha Rabbi Shimon v'amad rega echad. Rabbi Shimon wept. V'amad rega echad, and stood still for a moment. Point. Amar Rabbi 20 Shimon. Rabbi Shimon said, double point. And you see, the Zohar doesn't say what was the reason that Rabbi Shimon wept. Is that just sentimental? Something that the Zohar doesn't use a word that is not necessary, that is not constructive. What does it mean that Bacha Rabbi Shimon? This word Bacha, wept, has a great meaning. But we will see whether Hasulam will explain it to us. Also the Gematria, but we will see further what whether Hasulam will tell us. Amar Rabbi Shimon 20. Rabbi Shimon said, double point, Elazar, Mahu Eile. Who are these? Eile. Point 20 after the point. In Tomar Shehu 21 HaKochavim VaHamazalot Halo Tamid Hem Nir'im. In Tomar, if you say Shehu HaKochavim, that they are 21 HaKochavim, the stars, VaHamazalot, and the signs of the zodiac, Halo Tamid Hem Nir'im, they are seen, they are visible always over there. 22. Uvama Shehi Malchut Nivrau. And he gives this here, Uvama, and in the name Ma, Shehi Malchut, Nivrau, they are created. So you see, he gives here the translation in confirmation, in conformative sense. 22 after the point. Kmo she'ata omer. 23. Bidvar Hashem shamayim nasu. Point. Kmo she'ata omer. 22. As you say. 23. Bidvar Hashem, by the word of Hashem, where the heaven were made. The heavens were made. Point. Dahainu B'malchut hanikret 24 Dvar Hashem Nasu Shamayim. Point. He helps us. 23 after the point. Dahainu, that means B'malchut, through by the Malchut, that is called Dvar Hashem, the word of Hashem. Nasu Hashamayim, where the heavens made. Point. Ve'im eile neimar al 25 advarim astumim lo hayat tzarich shichtov 26 eile shaharei hakochavim umazalot gluyim hem. 24 after the point. Ve'im eile neimar, and indeed, and if the word eile is said al advarim astumim, about the concealed things, lo hayat tzarich, then it would not be necessary sheyichtov, to write 26 eile, the word eile, these ones, shaharei kochavim umazalot, because the stars and the signs of zodiac are visible. 27. Biur advarim, ki Rabbi Elazar lo gila, the left column, line 1, kan ela bchinat hamochin, de gadlut alef. The Rabbi Shimon to hayarotse legalot sod hamochin, de gadlut bet 3. Shehu mochin elayin de chaya, point. The right column, the last line, 27, Biur advarim, the explanation of words. Ki Rabbi Elazar, because Rabbi Elazar, Logila kan, revealed here only, Bchinat, the left column, the line 1, only the aspect of the mochin, of the gadlut aleph, of the first gadlut. You remember first gadlut, 6/10 of the gadlut, but not the gar of the gadlut. Rabbi Shimon, and Rabbi Shimon, to hayarotse legalot, oh, that's very important, but Rabbi Shimon wanted to reveal Soda Mochin de Gadlut Bet, the secret of the Mochin of the second Gadlut. 3. Shehu Mochin Elayin de Chaya, that these are the high Mochin of the Chaya. Point. 3. After the point. Alken Sivalo Lipsok for Dvarav Veikalelo Stima Deraza Ilaa Dipnei 5 Alma Lo Yadinle Ki Od Lo Hayu Niglim 6 Mochin Eilu Baulam Rabbi Shimon Gila Otam Kan. Point. Look what he says. Look, this is something tremendous what he says. Look what he says. 3. Va'alken, this is why Sivalo, he, Rabbi Shimon, commanded him, to his son, his Rabbi Elazar. Livsok dvarav, to stop talking, to stop his words. Literally. 4. Vaigalelo stima, and so that the concealed, the concealment of the high secret would be the concealment of the high secret that the humans doesn't know it. Don't know it. Will be revealed. Look what he says, that now what addition, what I want to add, that now Rabbi Shimon said to him, to his son, stop talking, now I will reveal the high secret that all the mankind all the humans don't know about this. How it's possible? What he says. You see what he says? Ki od lo hayu, and look what he explains the Hasulam. Ki od lo hayu nikli mochin elu ba'olam. Because up till now, these mochin of Chaya were not revealed in the world. Rabbi Shimon gilautam kan, and Rabbi Shimon revealed them here. Point. You see what he speaks about. This is the Zohar. That this point of this Mamar, where he reveals this is the place where one can get this mochin. Without this, no possibility at all to receive this mochin of Chaya. Not from outside, not from any book, not from Torah, because no one knows how to learn the Torah. No one can get the light Chaya, mochin of Chaya, without the learning of Zohar, of Kabbalah. So that was the point where Rabbi Shimon now reveals this secret. And who doesn't study the Kabbalah, how would he receive this mochin? From where? 7. Veze amro, mai eile, itei ma kochavia umazle, eit v'chule. Rabbi Shimon sha'alo, mai eile, eize chidush, nein mashmaneinu, הכתוב, במי ברא אלה, שהם הזון, תן, איתמה, כוכביה ומזלה, דהיינו, על המוחין, 11 דבק, דגדלות, שהשיגו, ועל זה סובב הכתוב 12 מי ברא אלה כמו כן דבק נקרא כוכביה 13 ומסלה. Point. Look what he says. 7 וזה אמרו, and this is what he says, he Zohar and Rabbi Shimon, by through the words of Rabbi Shimon. My Eile, who are these? Iteima, if you say Kochavia Umazle, the stars and signs of zodiac. 8. V'chule, etc. Look what he says. It doesn't mean these, of course, material stars and signs of zodiac that are in the sky. The Torah doesn't speak about these. But look what he says, what he does mean. Rabbi Shimon sha'alo. What is it? What he says? 8. Rabbi Shimon asked him, "My Eile, who are these?" Look what he asked him. Eizo chidush mashma neinu hakatuv. What news? What chidush means something new, innovation, or some new thing. What kind of new things the scripture does let us know? Mi bara eile. In this expression, by this expression of mi bara eile. That me created eile, yes? Shehem hazon, that eile are zon. Then, if you say that these eile, these zon, are kochavia umasle, are stars and the signs of the zodiac. That means, look what he says, what he means. That this is said about the mochin, 11 of the vak, of 6/10 of the gadlut, that they grasped. So it means the first gadlut. While the sovev hakatuv, and about this, the scripture speaks about this 12. Mi bara eile, that me created these ones. So the Yeshut had created these. So vak de gadlut. Ki mochin de vak, nikra kochavia umazle. Look what he says. Because the mochin de vak, the mochin of the first gadlut, are called kochavia umazla, are called the stars and the signs of the zodiac. You see the vak, so it means the vak of the mochin de vak. What does it mean? Why does Zohar expresses this mochin de vak as stars and the signs of zodiac? Because it is only, I said because just to give you the feeling, because it's only 6/10 of the gadlut. It is shining, but not complete shining. It is like in the night time that you see the stars and the signs of the zodiac that are shining. But this is not complete shining. This is why the Zohar expresses this as vak, mochin de vak. Because the Nukva receives this mochin de vak, 13, after the point. You see, but not the mochin de chaya. ועל זה הקשה. איזה חידוש הוא ה-14 מתחזה תמן תדיר. כלומר, הלא הם המוחין 15 הרגילים של הזון, שאפשר להמשיכם תמיד. 16. דהיינו, אפילו בימות החול. ואינם חידוש כל 17 כך, שעליהם יראה הכתוב, מי ברא אלה. Look what he says. What does it mean that Rabbi Shimon says they are always over there? What does it mean? You see, first we had an impression that he indeed spoke about these stars and signs of the zodiac that are in the physical sky. And of course he showed him with the finger at the sky. But he meant, of course, the spiritual, the mochin, the spiritual mochin. This is like what we are doing it in the Haggadah, in the Haggadah Shel Pesach, in the story of the Pesach, that when the Jews are make Pesach in the night of the Pesach, that they read this story of the Haggadah Shel Pesach, the Haggadah of the Pesach, and then when they are when they are saying about the matzah, someone who is at the head of the table, he shows with a finger at the matzah. He says, this matzah, and he shows this with a finger. In the same way it works. He doesn't speak about this matzah, that piece of matzah that lies on the table. This spiritual, what he speaks about. Matzah is from a word mitzvah. 13 after the point. Also, Hiksha, about this, he made that was a problem for him. He said, "Eize chidush hu." What does it have? What is new about this? Look what he says. What is new about this? So it's not this in the same way as in the natural, physical heavens, we see these stars and the sounds of the zodiac, and they are not concealed. In the same way is it also. Look what I try to explain. In the same way is it also the mochin, the vak, the gadlut, this mochin which the zone receives when they are rising to the yeshut. This is not something chidush, not something new. Why it is not something new? 14. It has a taman tadir. They are seen, they are visible over there. Always, they are always visible over there. What does it mean? Klomar. That means, Halo hem amochin haregilim shelazot. They are, behold, they are the regular 15 mochin of the zone. normal, regular mochin of the zone. What means regular? She'efshar lehamshicham tamid. That it is possible to draw them down always. Look what he says, 16. It's very important here, it's very practical. It is always possible, this mochin, to draw this mochin to oneself. 16. Dehainu, that means, afilu bayamot achol, even in the weekdays. So in the weekdays, not in Shabbat, and not in the, you don't need Shabbat for this, or Yomim Tovim, or the special holy days. Veinam chidush kol kach, and they are not so much of new, something new. 17 shalehem yire katu, that the scripture would point out of them. Mi bara eile, who created them, or me created them. You see, because this mochin, it is like in this world, what we are doing is the same. This mochin, look, this mochin of Vag de Gadlut, of the Gadlut Aleph. This mochin is, we can draw them down to ourselves by rising man, by study, by doing good Masim Tovim, good deeds, prayer. During the week, we can get only this one, but not Mochin Dechaya. Normally, we get this one. On Shabbat, we can get on the next day or so, in the day of Shabbat, we get the Mochin Dechaya. But during the week, we get this Gadlut, the Gadlut Aleph. Point. So this is not a great Hidush, news. Something new. 17 after the point. Ve'ein 18 lefaresh שהמוחין האלו נוהגים תדיר בלי 19 הפסק, כי זה אינו כן, שהרי בקביעות אין 20 לזעיר אנפין, אלא רק בלי ראש, ורק על ידי העלאת 21 מן ותפילה ממשיכים אלו המוחין. Look what he says to us. You see, this is all practical what we are studying. This is not something that in the sky that we are studying. Everything what we are studying must help us, must bring us in the congruence with the must bring congruence or conformity, in conformity with the higher, and then we receive the light. We receive the redemption of the Sitra Achra, still every day more and more. And with every day we are becoming more and more the sons and the daughters of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It means that we are getting closer to Atzilut, and we're getting the light from Atzilut. Everyone who gets the light of the Atzilut, of the zone of the Atzilut, is the son of the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the Yeranpin with his Nukva, as she's the Shekhinah, and to be a son of them, you must to fulfill the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What means the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? To let you come into conformity with Him. He knows what is good. He knows all the rulership, all the good things come from there. So then when you do His will, you receive everything. Because all the light comes from, original light comes from the Atzilut. And not so his regulations, it is like his house, his palace, and in his palace are regulations. If you conform to his regulations, then he is the master. And if you conform to his regulations and rising man, studying Torah in the way that you are studying the Torah of the Atzilut, not the stories, not that they see all these stories and the pshat and all these things in the Torah, moral and everything that is completely different, has nothing to do with the house of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But if you will conform with the regulations of his palace, that are in his palace, you will become the son or the daughter of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is what is said, the Son of God. Everyone is obliged, and no one will escape to work on himself to become the son of God. If not, then there is no escape. But there is something else, that there is also a house of slaves. Yes or not? There is a house of the master. This is the house of the Atzilut, with the regulation of the HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the Shekhinah. And there is also a house of the slaves. This is the house of the slaves. Is this what they study? What they study, the Torah of the Bia. Actually, it is not from the Bria, but the Torah of the Yetzirah. And of course, if it is Yetzirah, then it's also Asiyah. This is what they study, the Torah of the Yetzirah. And this is the house of the slaves. Why? Because in the Yetzirah rules not the Zeranpin itself, but he had installed over there his adolescent, how we call it, knap, he's knap, yeah? His boy, just his boy. His name is Metatron. We say it only mem, the first two letters. You must pronounce this. Met. This is not a Zeranpin. This is like Zeranpin. This is the greatest of the angels. But in comparing with the Zeranpin of the Atzilut, is like a boy that, how do you call it, the boy that does, hopper. The hopper, like someone you see, he does everything for his master. He sends him for all kinds of works what he needs to clean his dresses, all these things, to lighten the lamps, everything that small things he does. This is the Memtet. And this is what they are studying. You see, they are studying, these are regulations. They are studying the Torah of the Yetzirah. And this is, look, this is the second, why these two? Because, first of all, I will finish this. This is not the palace. There is a palace with its own regulations, and there is also a house of slaves that belongs also to the king, to master. But in this house of the slaves, they have regulations of the slaves. This is how all this nation studies these 3,500 years, studies the regulations of the slaves, and they say also about themselves, we are the slaves of the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They want to stay slaves, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants that they will become sons and daughters. But they don't want. Why? Because they say it's not for us. We are low here. We are simple. We want only here, to live here on earth and do all these chesed to each other. No, this is too high for us. This is this is also the question of these two how do you call it, stene tafelen. There are two tablets that Moshe had received. You remember? This is the matter of these two tablets, because firstly, Moshe had received the Torah of the Atzilut. It is the same Torah, but this is the first Torah. What he had received was the Torah without levushim, without all these dressings of the bia, of the Yetzirah, but they didn't want. They were not prepared for this. And this, you see, that's why they made the golden calf. But this is why Moshe had broken these tablets, first tablets. And the second tablets were the Torah of the Yetzirah. And this, they received this Torah. And they say, this is enough for us, we don't want the first one. And it is written in the Talmud that by breaking of the first tablets, you see, the first two tablets that he received, Moshe, the Torah, that was the wisdom was 1,000 times lessened by this breaking. So the second tablets, you see, the second tablets brought all this civilization and in this world, but still it is not a Torah of the Atzilut. It is the same, of course, it is one Torah, but it is hidden. It was hidden in the second tablets. The hidden Torah, the secret Torah, was hidden in the second tablets. This is why the great Rabbi Akiva could read, understand the laws of the secret laws by these crowns above the letters. And Tagin, we call it. And when you study the Torah, the hidden Torah, the Torah of the Atzilut, the Zohar and Ari, you will be able also to understand and to know about every crown, about this, what are these crowns, and what are the laws of the universe that they denominate. But this nation doesn't know the simplest meaning of this tagin, of these crowns. So the Rabbi Akiva had also needed to brought them down for them to explain this also in the language of their Torah that they would learn. And still they are learning not to be free. You can't free yourself with this Torah that they had received. You must elevate. A person must study this Torah, of course, but then he must elevate to the Torah of the Atzilut. And before they do this, no Mashiach will come in this world. They will be born again and again. They will make children. Again, they will eating, drinking, all this stuff, all this rubbish, but they will not be redeemed. Uh, 21. Look what he says. 17. Oh, look what he says. It's very great what he says. What he speaks about this mochin of the Gadlut Aleph. That are what he says, what he had said to us, that they are regular mochin. What does it mean, regular? Is it just to grasp, everyone can grasp them? Are they lying just on the road? Look what he says. Ve'ein aitin lefaresh. And this is not, it doesn't mean that the mochin, that this mochin of the, this 6/10 of the Gadlut, that it doesn't mean that these mochin nohagim tadir bli hefsek, that they are used, that they take place, as it were, always, without stop, continue. That is not like this. Kizei no ken, because it is not like this. Because they are not continue take place or in the world. Shaharei bakviyut, because behold, because the regularly, normally, the minimum has Zeranpin has only vak bli rosh. Look, normally the Zeranpin in the katnut, this normal state of the Zeranpin is katnut. Is what is this? Vak bli rosh means only vak without head. So not the gadlut, what we are what the Zeranpin receives, the Zeranpin Nukva receives by rising of man to the Yishsut. This is the normal state. Rak alide alat man, and only by or due to the rising of man. 21. Utfilah, and prayer. Mamshichim elo mochin. They draw these mochin. You see, not just everyone gets it. One must make a prayer or study the Torah and everything else. Good deeds. Good deeds, what does it mean, good deeds? It doesn't mean that someone goes to the hospital to visit someone and brings flowers to him or something else. It means to do things lishma, without wanting even to receive something instead of in place of it, what he did. This is the good deed. Ela hapirush 22 hu kanal she efshar lehamshicham tadir. Hainu 23. Afilu bayamot achol. What does it mean then? What the Zohar says, what he says, always can you get them? What does it mean always? If he says that it doesn't that without man and filah and prayer one can't get them. Ela hapirush, but the meaning of it is 22, as it said above. Sheifshar lamshicham tadir, that it is possible. Oh, you see, it is possible always to draw them always down. Hainu, that means 23. Afilu bayamot achol, even in the weekdays. Point 23. Ki ken hem nimshachim bachol yom. 24. Ba'et filat shacharit. Point. Ki ken, because in this way they are drawn down every day. Look what he says, 24. In the time of the tfilat shacharit, of the prayer of shacharit, of the morning prayer, standing prayer of the shacharit, actually of all the prayer in together makes this available. 24 after the point. Ve'od mekashelo she uvama idbariu. 25. Keilu amochin einam yuchasim 26, Libina, Ela Lezon de Atzilut, Anikra Ma. Shemehem 27, Yatsu, כמו שכתוב בדבר השם, שהוא זעיר אנפין ונוקבה. 28, הזעיר אנפין נקרא השם והנוקבה, דבר. Oh, look what he says. The last sentence for this lesson. And great what he says. 24. Ve'od mekashelo, and he has another problem. What Rabbi Shimon, what he says. Uvama idbariyu, and in Ma, in the name Ma, they are created. And it is also a question. In what? By what they are created? And he says, by Ma they are created. What does it mean, 25? Ki Eilu HaMochin, because there is Mochin, this Mochin of Gadlut Aleph. Einam Yuchasim Libina Ela Lezon Le'atzut. They are not from the Bina, but they are behoren tot. They they are not. We don't refer them to the Bina, but to the zone of the Atzilut. Meyuchasim is to refer. We don't refer them to the Bina, but to the zone of the Atzilut, which are zone of the Atzilut are called Ma. Yes, because Bina is me. Shemihem Yatsu, that these Mochin, look what he says, that these Mochin come out, appear from them, from Ma. Yeah, because these Ma, because when the zone are in the Yeshut, but they are coming from the Ma, from the zone. Kmo shekatuv bidvar Hashem, as it is said, by the word of Hashem. It is written that by the word of Hashem. What does it mean by the word of Hashem? Shehu zeir anpin v'nukve. That, but bidvar Hashem, in the word of Hashem, means zeir anpin and nukve. Two words denominate zeir anpin and nukve. 28. Hazeir anpin nikra Hashem. The zeir anpin is called Hashem. V'hanukva, and the nukva is called davar.